Hi, Ire. Thank you for joining us today. Maybe you can start by, introducing yourself and tell us who you are.
Okay. Hi, thanks for having me on here. So yeah, my name is Ire Adenirokun, and I'm a front-end developer and UI designer. I'm one of the founders of BuyCoins, which is a cryptocurrency exchange based in Nigeria. And yeah, I've been working on that for the past almost 4 years now.
All right. Yeah, I think a lot of us know BuyCoins. I think you guys have been doing a great job. Uh, Maybe you can also let us know the early beginnings of BuyCoins, how you got started, and how you came to be where you are right now.
Yeah, so BuyCoin started as just like a side project essentially. So me and my co-founders saw a problem that could be solved, especially at the time tech like Paystack was just coming up, so which made things like processing payments online a lot simpler. So we saw this opportunity to like make buying and selling of crypto a lot more, like a lot easier. So we started off, our product was called BitCoin Africa, like Bitcoin with a K. And that was our product for about like just under a year, actually, maybe like 6 months to a year, 9 months or something. And when we got into Y Combinator, which is like an accelerator program in the US, we just went through a lot of like changes to the product, and we essentially came out with BuyCoins.
All right, great. You guys have grown really fast. Maybe you can let us know, how did that growth come about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe from the outside it seems like it was fast, but it wasn't really that fast for us. Like it took us like over a year, maybe something like 16 months to get to like 100 active, like monthly active users. So it was definitely a slow burn, especially in the beginning, especially in the months of Bitcoin Africa. Just like learning the space, understanding what like users need, and just figuring out what type of product we should be building. So yeah, I guess maybe obviously compared to the first like year or 2 years, the past 2 years has been like more of a faster growth. But I guess that's just the way it goes. Like it's like a slow burn and then it like increases significantly. So even with like our team, for example, like at the beginning of 2020, we were like 10 people. Now we're almost 30 people. So it's a lot of like acceleration that happens, that's happening now, that we are seeing like, okay, we can solve all these different problems, and we're just trying to like grow as fast as possible.
All right, great. I mean, also at this point, maybe it would be good to mention, you guys are based in Nigeria, uh, and looking at the economy as well, and what's happening. Do you feel that maybe, the Nigerian economy and the state of the economy may also have contributed a bit to, that growth?
Oh, 100%. Because obviously there are different reasons that people want to get into crypto, but one of the main reasons is just trying to get your money out of Naira because of the significant like devaluation. So we see a lot of people, especially like once we launched USD coin as one of the coins that we support. So it is a dollar pegged stable coin. When we launched that, we saw a lot of people just trying to like move their savings into that because um, typically it's just harder to get like actual dollars, especially moving from Naira to dollars. So USDC was a great way for people to like just, hedge against inflation, like put their money in something that's not like constantly losing value. And yeah, that's like one of the main reasons that people use us.
All right, great. I mean, speaking of stable coins and all that, I know you guys have a stable coin, the NGN token. Maybe you can
Yeah.
also talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, so NGN token is a Naira pegged stablecoin. So we actually introduced it maybe about a year ago, and the primary reason was we saw that like the transactions happening on our platform were being directly affected by like external things like banks. So for example, the way it used to work before was that if you wanted to buy like however much 0.01 Bitcoin, we would directly charge your debit card or your bank account. And we found that, okay, whenever there's issues in that charging process, it then affects people being able to buy or sell. So we wanted to like separate that. So we changed it so that when you want to use our platform, you first deposit Naira into Naira token, and then you use Naira token to then buy or sell like crypto on the platform. And that kind of separation allowed us to distinguish between just like trading activities and just moving between like fiat and like cryptocurrency. So we saw that really help us, especially like this year when there were issues around like the potential or sort of banning of cryptocurrency and things. And we were able to see that's like, okay, even if the onflow of Naira to NGN token was kind of like unstable at that point, just the actual trading within our platform was like not affected by it, because if you had NGN token, you could like buy and sell as usual. So that separation did really help.
All right, great. I know that you also have other products that you've been launching. You know, I remember, I think it was throughout 2020. You really launched a lot of products. There is the Get Cards and there's Send Cash. Maybe you can, you know, talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, so Send Cash was the first product that we launched. So, which was because we have a vision of cryptocurrency helping Africans in a lot of different ways. And the exchange is sort of the infrastructure of that can support other things being built on top of it. So once we kind of had the exchange built, we thought, okay, we can kind of dive into some of these other use cases that are not like directly user facing in terms of it being crypto, but like just like an application of crypto. So like I mentioned, SendCash was the first of those. So SendCash is a remittance product. So it allows you to send money from like Nigeria to the US, or the US to Nigeria, Nigeria to Ghana, I think Ghana to Nigeria as well. And what essentially powers that is crypto. So you like send Naira to a particular bank account, and then on the back end we convert that to crypto, then convert that crypto to dollars, and then send dollars to whoever it is that you want to receive it on the other end, or like vice versa. So that was like a really like interesting product, because obviously remittance is a huge market, and it's a problem that even though there's maybe a billion different solutions, doesn't have like a very straightforward answer. It's not like something that has been solved and we don't need anything else. So this was like interesting to be able to apply like crypto to this particular problem. And we saw and still see a lot of people using it, because sending money back and forth between like the US and Nigeria, as an example, is really difficult, and it's like costly, and it takes a lot of time. But we've seen how like SendCash has been able to like solve that problem for a lot of people. And with Get Cards, so the problem we were trying to solve there is that for a lot of people trying to use their Naira debit card on services like abroad wasn't very reliable. So if you wanted to like pay for something on Amazon, for example, your Naira debit card, even if you had the money there, it was quite likely to just be rejected or not work reliably. So Get Cards is a service that allows you to get gift cards to over like 3,000 different services, so like Spotify, Amazon, Apple, basically anything you can think of. And the way it works is that you just send Naira to a Naira bank account, and on the back end, we do stuff with crypto. So like converting into crypto, converting that crypto into something else, all of that. And in the end, you just get your gift card in like a pound denominated gift card or a dollar denominated gift card. So that's another product and that's probably the first product that is completely like crypto abstracted, or the crypto part of it is abstracted in the sense that people can use it and not even know that it has anything to do with crypto, because all you do is send Naira to a bank account and you don't have to worry about what happens at the back end.
All right. I like how you guys think in terms of actual use cases. And I think that's something that is lacking a lot in terms of how do you put crypto into good use. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know how you came up with some of these ideas. You guys are quite innovative on that front. Especially with get cards, I kind of like, because it's integrated with so many I think services. So I think that's a really good thing. Now,
Thank
uh,
you.
yeah, I mean, now talking about use cases and all that, we are all familiar with what happened last year with, with the End SARS campaign, and how, the Feminist Coalition movement came into play. And I think that's another use case of crypto. Maybe you can, talk a little bit about that and how that came about.
Yeah, so I'm one of the founding members of the Feminist Coalition, and during the whole NSARS movement, we did a lot of public fundraising to get money and to disperse to various peaceful protests happening around the country. And for reasons, I guess, still unbeknownst to us, our various traditional channels were shut off, so we weren't able to accept money through our bank accounts and various other methods. And I mean, myself being one of the co-founders of BuyCoins, it just kind of seemed like crypto was a no-brainer as an option, because it's something that is truly open and nobody can shut that down. So we decided this is an opportunity to also educate people about crypto and show them that this is the reason that crypto exists, other than the fact that you can speculate on the price and you can make money in that way. Another very important reason is that it's not controlled by anyone. So it's really money that you own and you control. And so yeah, we did some fundraising via, first we just had a public Bitcoin wallet address, but then we switched to using BTC Pay, which worked a lot better for us because we had a lot more control, and we're also able to have our donors not be as publicly accessible as just having a wallet address where anyone can see oh, okay, this person transferring. So yeah, that's basically what we did, and it was very successful.
All right. I know, yes, we were following up, what happened. And I think, how much were you able to raise in terms of BTC?
In total, I think we raised about 11 BTC. And yeah, I think most of it came when we did our BTC Pay server, and yeah, and then Jack Dorsey tweeted it, and then that's when it went really crazy, because obviously Jack Dorsey. So yeah, that helped a lot.
All right. Now, after that, 2021 came in, February came in. We know what happened. The Central Bank of Nigeria came and put a ban on financial institutions trading. Maybe you can give us a picture of how that transpired. How was the environment, and how have you guys been able now to adapt to the changing environment?
Yeah, so what happened in February was, yeah, the CBN sent out a letter to regulated financial institutions saying that they shouldn't work with crypto exchanges. And the way that affected us was, as I mentioned, for people to be able to use our app, they needed to be able to deposit Naira into the app and then obviously withdraw Naira whenever they wanted to as well. So that on-off ramp was what was really affected. The trading activity itself, since it was already happening with cryptocurrency, wasn't really affected. But we then had to essentially almost overnight think of a whole new solution for how we're going to handle deposits and withdrawals. And yeah, we spent the next week essentially just rebuilding that entire part of our app. The solution that we ended up with was a more of a peer-to-peer solution. So since that we couldn't really hold or disperse Naira ourselves, we had to connect people together, I guess. And it was more our job, especially my job as the front end developer and the person leading that front end team, to try and make that experience as like seamless and streamlined as possible, even though it's quite a like messy thing, the whole P2P thing, but trying to make it seem not, I guess, what it is.
All right. How has the experience been so far?
I mean, like pretty stressful, but it's been definitely challenging, but it's also been rewarding to be able to actually overcome these challenges.
It's recently you launched BuyCoins Pro. I think it's an app. Maybe you can tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so our previous app was essentially one app that did everything. So in it, you could buy or sell like instantly, and then you could also do like a peer-to-peer thing and other features like coin lock that we also introduced. And what we realized was that like our customers were fitting into two different buckets. Like one, the professional traders who wanted like an order book and wanted like access to like a billion different coins. And on the other hand, people who are just getting into cryptocurrency and only want or should only be exposed to like a limited set of coins, and maybe they only want to do like the coin lock feature and things like that. And so we decided to kind of like split what we currently have into those two apps and introduce an order book for professional traders. We've also released a bunch of new coins, even more are coming up. And yeah, just to kind of separate those two experiences so that we don't have what we were having before with like people who were not maybe that experience with crypto accidentally then doing something that was more for professional traders. So it's kind of just better to like separate it and make it clear what the target market or the target user is for each of these products.
For a user who's been used to using BuyCoins as it uh, is the experience different, or are they just getting more features, or it's a completely different product altogether?
I think it's different. There's a lot of, in terms of like the style and the way the app is like designed and implemented. I mean, it's actually the same code base. So in that sense, it's very similar, but the feature set is just what is different. So access to the coins, and also like the on like BuyCoins Pro, it's essentially like just the order book. So you're just trading market orders, limit orders, whereas, and then you don't have access to the like coin lock feature, which is on like the basic app, or just like instant buy and sell, which is in the basic app. I imagine a lot of people who are professional traders will probably have both, the same way like I have both Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, and you just kind of use the one that suits like what you're trying to achieve. But I think our main purpose was actually to remove the pro features from the basic app so that just the regular user isn't then exposed to all these things that will probably just make the experience more confusing.
You're introducing a lot of these DeFi tokens. You mentioned quite a huge list. Again, what informed this decision?
So what we found was that a lot of, I mean, it's mostly from looking or asking our users, right? People tell us every day that they want access to like Dogecoin, or they want access to like Decentraland or whatever. So we're basing it off of what our users tell us and what is just the most popular. So I think we'll just kind of work our way through what is most traded globally, and also taking into account what our users are specifically asking us for.
Is this product available to everybody, or is it just specific to maybe possibly people in Nigeria only?
Yes, so for now, you would have to be in Nigeria to completely go through our like verification process. So we need to like verify your bank accounts, BBN, things like that. But it is definitely something like we're BuyCoins.Africa because we want to reach all of Africa, maybe like even more than that. So it is at the back of our minds, or the top of our minds, how to launch in all these different areas. But for now, for BuyCoins itself, it's mainly just Nigeria.
All right. So, and as we close, maybe you can let us know what are the plans for BuyCoins 2021 and beyond. Are there any expansion plans? Or what can we anticipate moving forward?
Well, I think if you had asked me this in January, I would have said like one of the most important things was like launching in other countries. I think since we've had to like redo a lot of the application, especially to do with the whole deposit and withdrawals thing, I would say that's like the top of our list is like really solving that problem and making sure that it's not something that causes headache for any user. And I think when that is solved is when we can kind of get back to then, okay, like expansion. And for us, like all these other products like get cards, send cash, there's like a ton more that we would love to release. Unfortunately, we don't have like the time or the manpower to do all of that, but it's something that's like there's always like another product that we are interested in building. So it's possible we might see another one, but I would say for now, like transfers, which is what we have created to try and solve this like deposit and withdrawal problem. So once we're able to like really have that down is when we'll like I mentioned, get back to trying to expand.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Ire, for talking to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.